This is going to be my review for Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1. This is going to consist of the good and the bad. And for me, I wasn't expecting much for this movie. I did expect to, hopefully have like a good action movie and stuff, but I didn't expect it to be like really good. It was really good. Like as far as like the script and the characters, the character development is really good to have just a good old fashioned movie, and on top of that, a good old fashioned action movie with a good script. Let me go into the bad. It's gonna be consisting of the good and the bad. As far as the bad, there's not much bad here for me. I think maybe some of the maybe the runtime could have been shortened a bit, but I don't think that really, there's not really much else besides that. There's not much that you can cut. There's a lot of stuff here that serves the story and really well and entertaining, even the fun stuff. I think that maybe the marketing of the movie could have been better. That's not really much about the movie, but just the marketing. Because the thing is, right now the movie is not doing the best, and it's a really good movie. Like in comparison to something like Indiana Jones, which it deserves to flop, this is a really good movie, but unfortunately, for its second week, it had Barbie and Oppenheimer opening right there next to it. So right now, it's at 370 million worldwide with a domestic of 118, and it's already on its second weekend. So it's not doing very good, but I think Mission Impossible will definitely have a better third weekend than its second right now, because people are going to see that Oppenheimer, who's going to sit through a 3-hour movie with a lot of talking heads? Who's going to go to the movies to try to do that to themselves? I have nothing against a dialogue heavy movie, but it has to have a good story. And Oppenheimer is okay. I think I recommend maybe watching a documentary instead of Oppenheimer, the movie. But for Mission Impossible, people for its third week, people are gonna want to see a fun movie. And then the political stuff with Barbie, and people are just to be like, let's just watch a good old fashioned action movie. You have Mission Impossible right there. Sound of Freedom's also doing good, but that's another story, another video. I'm very proud that that movie's doing really good as well. But it's also beating Mission Impossible, which shows the power of that movie right now as well. For Mission Impossible, I don't have a lot bad to say, but for the good, it's just a really good all-around action movie. Great performances and acting in this as well. Just a good story, and the MacGuffin of the story. And spoiler warning, it's gonna be spoilers in this movie. There's this key that's supposedly can turn off this AI device that has gone rogue. It's not really clear who built it, but a lot of governments, a lot of nations want to get it. So people are basically on a hit list. If they have it, they're gonna get killed, and it's gonna take it away from them. Tom Cruise, Ethan Hunt, he wants to get the key and destroy this AI, but that's definitely not in the agenda of all these governments, including the U.S. government. They want this AI for power, for military power and intimidation. So you have all these nefarious villains here. The main villain here, Gabriel, he's a really good villain. It's a really good performance and actor here playing this villain, and he's like an old agent from Ethan Hunt's past. He's coming back, and he's basically sighted and kind of working with this AI, and he's trying to retrieve the key to protect this AI and get his own power here. And a lot of the new characters, also a lot of them being female, there's a lot of good characters here and a lot of good development here, especially with the character Grace, how she starts off as this thief. She gets into this whole dilemma with the key with Ethan Hunt, these U.S. agents and everybody and all this mess, and the main villain of Gabriel. And then she ends up kind of joining them around the second act of the movie. Spoiler warning here, Ilsa, who has been in the other movies with Ethan Hunt, and she's part of his team, she ends up getting killed by Gabriel. So in this moment, and she ends up sort of in many ways saving Grace. Grace shows some naivete in the movie, like, but at the beginning she's kind of like very arrogant and like cocky. She's got it, has it under control, but slowly we see that she doesn't, because she's in over her head dealing with these bigger forces now. So she ends up sort of having a scuffle with Gabriel, but Ilsa comes in, helps her out, but Ilsa ends up dying. And basically Grace finds out that she is in a big problem here, and she's basically been put in a point of no return. She either tries to live a normal life, but everybody's watching her, everybody knows about her, and she could get killed in a matter of a short time, hours, days, or she can join the IMF Ethan Hunt and his team and become part of them. So she ends up joining them. It's a good character development for her. It's a lot more subtle than what I just said, but it takes a good time. And between that time, there's just a lot of cool stuff. There's this action scene in Vienna, this chase, and just a lot of it is like and really real. There's not a lot of CGI stuff there with the cars, the way it should be done with car chases, like they do in the Fast and the Furious movies. This is a real Fast and the Furious chase scene right here with real vehicles and everything like that, real stunts. What's it called? Tom Cruise doing a lot of his stunts. Just a lot of great action here, a lot of great locations, world locations, countries that we go to and get to see. And then the train stuff at the end, the whole climatic train stuff, and then what's called Ethan Hunt jumping off of that mountain on his bike and landing on a train. All that stuff is just incredible. Just incredible action, incredible stunts, all of it real on the camera, filmed on the camera. Benji and Luther are great supporting characters here. They have a lot of great parts, especially in the airport scene. The airport sequence is also a great sequence right there as well. It's just a like action-packed movie with a lot of good drama as well. A really good MacGuffin and story there. It keeps it simple, but also the complexities come up with the character interactions and the character development. That's how you build a movie. That's how you build an action movie. And even though it is quite a bit long, it moves a lot faster than what it actually is. It feels a lot shorter than what it actually is. I prefer that action movies stay a lot shorter, like at the most 2 hours. 90 minutes would be great. But this movie just had a lot to tell and show, and I don't feel like it wasted any minute. I don't feel like if you had to trim anything down, it wouldn't be that much. So it's definitely worth a watch. I recommend it. I'm looking forward to the second one, but the way Hollywood is with all these actors and writers on strike, who knows if we're gonna get the second one next year on time. But definitely looking forward to it. This is definitely the action movie of the year. I think there's not much else coming out that can compete against this. I definitely recommend it, and I give it 9 out of 10. So that's going to be my review. Thank you again for watching. If you want to see more movie reviews and Star Wars content on this channel, go ahead and subscribe. I'd appreciate it. In the meantime, I will see you guys next time, and may the Force be with you.